How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. My name is Kaylie, and I'm with Occupational Therapy, and I'm just going to be working with you today, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right. Before we get started, can you go ahead and just verify your name and date of birth for me, please?
It's Ed Nix, 12/06/1946.
Okay. And do you go by Ed?
Yes.
All right, great. Well, Ed, today we're going to just be working on some different home modifications and techniques and stuff that we're going to be trying to implement into your life, try to make things like your activities that you like to do a little bit easier for you, okay? Okay. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and just take your blood pressure. All right. And do you know what your blood pressure normally runs?
It's usually high.
It's usually high. Like, do you have a number?
131/80.
Okay. Well, we're just going to double check that, see how it's doing today. And I'm going to go ahead and take it on your right arm because that left arm is affected, okay? So if you want, you can go ahead and set your arm up on the table, and I'll get that situated. Okay. And also, while we're doing this, just try and make sure to keep your feet flat on the ground and also try to not cross your legs, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm also going to go ahead and just clean my stethoscope. Don't want no nasty earwax. Okay. And this is just going to get tight on your arm for just a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, great. So you are at 124/78. And that's a good blood pressure. Normal is 120/80.
Okay.
So everything looks good there, okay? All right, and so next what we're going to be doing is we're going to check your heart rate and your oxygen levels. And you can go ahead and just keep your arm rested right there and point out that index finger. Okay. There we go. And that can take a few seconds to read, especially because you got some beautiful blue nail polish on.
Yeah, my wife's been practicing on me.
Oh, yeah? What's your wife's name?
Yvonne.
Yvonne. How long have you guys been together?
Oh, about 45 years.
Wow,
The
that's a long
first wife didn't
time.
work out.
Oh, you had a first wife?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds like there's a story behind it.
Yeah, let's not talk about her.
Okay.
Yvonne might bring her up. She gets a little
defensive about it?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Don't worry, I won't bring it up to her.
Oh, no, she might enjoy talking bad about her. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll try and sidestep that conversation then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so your oxygen is 97 and your heart rate is 77. And checked your respiratory rate and just while we were chatting, and it was 16. So normal levels are 12 to 18, so everything's good there. And then all your levels with heart rate and oxygen, all normal. Perfect. So vitals are great. I can go ahead and take that off of you. Thank you. Okay, so now after doing that, we're going to move on into the other room, and I'm going to show you some really cool stuff that I think is going to be really beneficial for you in just your everyday life, okay?
Okay.
All right, great. So now that we've already addressed your vitals and everything was good there, I just want to go over some different adaptive strategies and techniques and just adaptive equipment and stuff like that that I think could be beneficial for you. So, in order to do that, can you go ahead and just tell me about some of the things that you've been struggling with at home?
Well, I've still been struggling with my my regular cane. PT talked to me about getting a tripod cane. I tried it out one time and I really liked it. I just don't have one of those yet because my regular cane I just have balance issues with.
Okay.
And then let's see, when I start my day off, I try to put my socks on. I have difficulty putting my socks on. I can take them off fine. I have like a little stick I just take them off with, but putting them on, I really struggle with that. Same with my shoes. I can put my shoes on just fine, but my wife has to tie them for me, so she gets really aggravated. She's trying to do her makeup, and I have her come in and tie my shoes.
Okay.
And then my shirt, I wear flannels almost every day.
I love the flannels.
Yeah, just not today, but every day I do wear flannels. But I'm having a hard time buttoning those up, and I love my flannels. Got to have it on. Have one every color, multiple colors.
Very meaningful too.
Yeah, and then my pants. It's not hard necessarily. I can get them on. It's a struggle.
Okay. And have you ever used any adaptive equipment to put on your socks and your shoes?
They've given me a sock aid before to use, and it doesn't work out for me.
Too difficult?
Yeah, it kind of makes me frustrated.
Okay. Well, we can definitely address those. Are there any specific activities that are meaningful to you in particular that you want to be able to get back to?
Yeah, so I have this little Yorkie. His name's Buster, my best pal, and he has a sensitive stomach, so like the kind of food he needs only comes like in a can, and I can't open it anymore, and
Can't
so
work the can opener?
Can't work the can opener.
Okay.
So that's been really sad for me because that was something I enjoyed doing when I woke up in the mornings and stuff, was just being able to feed him and both of us get our day going. But now my wife does that too, and she gripes about that too, but it's all right.
Okay. Is there anything outside of feeding your dog, anything that you like to do just like for leisure?
Yeah, I like to fish.
You like to fish?
Or did.
Oh.
Yeah. But I like to fish, and then card games.
Oh, you like to play with your wife?
Yep, we love playing card games. So.
Okay, well, for sure, we can try and find some different stuff that can kind of help you out. I know it's probably really frustrating, like with that condition that you have, like going from being able to do all those things to automatically like losing that. So we're gonna do our best to try and get you some equipment and stuff like that that will help you get back to all of those.
Great.
Okay. Yeah. Before I actually bring out all the fun equipment and stuff to show you, I wanted to just kind of briefly just talk about the evidence supporting why I'm giving you all of these real quick. So obviously the cane, your physical therapist is recommending it, but I also found an article talking about how significant improvements in postural steadiness were found with the tripod cane tip compared to the single tip cane. So that is why we're going to be using that, and that comes from the Journal of Prosthetics and Orthotics. So there's that, and then there are several different articles that I found. This one is specifically from the Eugene Applebaum College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, and it just talks about how the use of adaptive equipment can make all of the difference in important daily tasks of your life and just kind of make your perception and your quality of life just better, okay, overall. So that'll be really important. And then some assistive technology that's going to be really fun to show you. According to the World Health Organization, they just talk about how people with long-term health conditions, kind of like with your stroke, and it will help you with improve your independence and your safety. And it also talks about how it increases your chances of staying at home for longer, and just living out your fullest life. And then, according to the United Disabilities Foundation, adaptive devices help people perform activities in their daily life and help them fully participate in their community. And it also just talks about how you can purchase, modify, and adapt any device that we give you specifically to you. It'll be individualized to what you need. So just wanted to give you that background real quick before I do bring out all the fun and exciting things.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and just talk about your cane. I know that you said you're kind of having a little bit issues with your current single point tip cane. And so I was really wanting to introduce you to the idea of maybe using something called a tripod cane. And I know this is what your physical therapist was kind of recommending for you. So I'm kind of wanting to carry over what they're wanting to enforce for you as well. And so it looks like this. There's 3 points on the ground. So that is what's going to help you have a little bit more stability. What's cool about this one in particular too is that it has this little spring right there that like really helps you helps absorb the shock, and so like it won't cause any pain in your wrist or your hands.
Nice.
And then also it kind of just adapts to whatever surface you're walking on, so that'll be really helpful too. We're going to just kind of go over some different safety things about a cane in general. This applies to this cane, but also it'll apply for this as well. You always just want to make sure you're checking the tip of the canes, like making sure the bottoms of them aren't like that rubber end is not wearing off. You need it to have you need it to, I'm trying to think what the word is.
Stick.
What is it? Like you need it, yeah, like to stick. You need it to
Be flat.
There's a rock in this one. I don't know.
Like maybe you can say we just don't want it to wear down where it's like getting that touching them.
I don't want it to be uneven.
Yeah.
And I want it to be able to really grip the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just kind of want to go over some of the important things I want you to be aware of when using a cane in general, this cane or this kind. You want to always be aware and constantly checking the bottom, like that little rubber end on the end of your cane. You want to make sure that the end of it is flat and that it's not wearing down. You don't want it to become uneven because that will cause you to, lose some of that stability there. And then you just want it to have good grip for the ground. Like you do not want it to slip, okay? And then also, if you end up wanting a different handle as well, so this particular tip of this for this tripod tip cane, it can just go on the very end. You can just stick it onto the end of your cane that you have now if you do really like the handle for this, or they create different types of handles and stuff as well to make that more comfortable if you're kind of tired of this one. So I just wanted to go over that with you because that can be something to look out for and just be aware of.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if I should go ahead and move on.
You want me to go ahead and move sideways?
Oh wait, I'm going to say where I got this one from. Also, I got this one in particularly off of Amazon, but I'm sure you can find them multiple places. And I'm actually going to provide you with another option as well that looks kind of different than this one. Just to give you like some options, I want you to just kind of pick out what feels best for you. Another thing to look out for that I almost forgot to mention is that whenever you are walking with a tripod cane, it will be a little bit different than this because it will have several points kind of sticking out. And so whenever you do walk, you want to make sure that none of these points are facing towards you, okay?
Okay.
You want it to kind of be like flat, and so because you don't want those points to be sticking out and cause a tripping hazard or anything like that, okay? Okay. So now I am going to just see how you use your cane right now, how you get up. We're going to look at your cane. We're going to make sure it's measured for you properly because a lot of times like it may be fit for you perfectly right now, but sometimes people grab it, use it for things, and I just want to make sure if someone were to grab it from you that you'd be able to readjust it and fix it to your height as needed. Okay. So I'm just going to demonstrate for you real quick what I'm wanting you to repeat back to me. I know you're very familiar with using a cane, but just I kind of want to see like how you're using it and making sure that it's completely safe, so that way we can transfer like that safetiness into whenever you start using that tripod cane, okay? All right, so you're already sitting down, and so what I'm going to want you to do is just kind of like scoot your booty up as far as you can to the edge, and then you're going to have that cane on your unaffected side, and then you're going to push with what you can on your left, and we're going to stand up, Okay, and then I'm going to be holding on to you this whole time, okay? And I'm actually going to have you lean that cane against you just so I can measure and make sure it's adjusted to your height. And then after that, we're going to grab a hold of the cane again. And I just kind of want to see how you normally walk with it. We're just going to do a little circle, a little wraparound. And,
A little
and then
whoop-de-woo?
a little, yeah, sure, whoop-de-woo. And then we're going to come and sit back down. And whenever you come to sit back down, we're going to be coming around and you're going to turn towards your stronger side, okay? So that right side, you're going to turn towards your right side. Okay, and you're going to back up until you can feel the seat touching the back of your legs. And then what you're going to do is reach back with that left arm as much as you can, and we're just going to slowly sit down. Okay? All right. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you this.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to be right here. All right, do you remember the first step?
Scoot towards the edge of the seat.
Okay, great job.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And don't forget next time, too, to use that left arm to try and push off as much as you can.
Oh, yes.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. You can just kind of see where it falls on your wrist. Okay, great. Looks like it falls right at that crease. You can go ahead and grab it back. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, now show me your walk. Show me your strut.
Little two-stepping.
Nice. Great job. And just make sure too to always keep that cane out to the side of you far enough to where it never interferes, like never gets in front of you, okay?
Okay.
So we don't want that to cause a tripping hazard as well. Nice little turn. I like it. Little spin.
Okay. My strong side.
Yep.
Okay.
Great job. And then just all the way. Yep. So you can feel that on the back of your legs. Can you feel on the back of your legs?
Yeah, now I can.
All right, there you go. And then reach back with that left as much as you can while you're sitting down slowly. All right. Great job. How do you feel?
Good.
All right, great.
Man.
Everything was looking pretty good. Also, your cane is measured really good to your height. It does fall right along that styloid process, which is just that crease in your wrist right there. And so, like I said, if anyone ever were to mess with your cane for whatever reason, just borrow it, and the adjustments get off. It's very important to regularly check that. And so you always, like I said, want it to line up with the crease of your wrist, the top part of it with the crease of your wrist. And for whatever reason, if it's not, you come down here and you see these little holes right there. You actually just move those and you slide them down into the different holes of whatever you need. So I think you're on the highest that it can go. So you're in that top hole right there. That is what's adjusted for you. But if it were to be a different cane, they're all very similar to this. Okay. So I actually put it on the second hole. Can you show me how to do that? Perfect. Great. Awesome. Do you have any questions for me at all regarding the new tip or how to use it, how to walk with it, anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I just came back with a few of our cool new tools that we're going to be showing you. Before we get started, there's just a few dressing tips that I kind of want to just share with you. So it's found to be really helpful if you were to wear like a little bit bigger, like looser fitting clothes. That way it's easier to get on and off. Also, it's really beneficial to store all of your items in easy to reach places. That way you're not having to bend over and worrying about locating those objects. It's also good to not leave any of those clothes on the floor because that could also be like a tripping hazard. So we want to address that. Since we are going to be addressing you putting your pants on and your socks and stuff on, a rule of thumb for you to remember is you put your pants on before your socks, and then you take your socks off before you put on your pants, okay?
Okay.
All right. And the reason that we do this is because we don't want you standing up trying to pull your pants up and you being in socks and you slip or anything like that. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to do, according to this, is we're going to work on your pants. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you. We actually don't have what I'm wanting to recommend you. So what I'm wanting to recommend you is this kind of a 2-in-1 tool that has a dressing stick on one end and then a shoehorn on the other. So yeah, so it'll have one end that's going to look like this, and then the other end is going to look somewhat like that. So this end is going to just kind of help you with like getting those pants on. And I know you said that you use a stick to take your shoes and socks off, and if that works for you, you can totally continue to do that. Or you can use this, which just has like a little bit of a better grip for you, okay? And then this can also really benefit you in your shirt if you wanted. But I know you said you were good with that as well. And then this end is good for putting your shoes on and off. So yeah, so we're gonna just work on those. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate how to put your pants on. So I'm gonna come out here so you can see me. Okay. So I'm gonna break the rule I just told you, and I'm keeping my socks on because I don't want you to see my piglets down there. But
Don't want to let the dogs out.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll be sitting. Where do you usually get dressed?
On my bed.
On your bed? Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do, is there ever any like surface or anything next to you that you like use to like stand up, or do you just use your cane, or what do you do?
My nightstand.
Your nightstand? Okay. So to do this, you're going, obviously your left side is affected, so how you're gonna do this is you're gonna get with your right hand, and you can just plop them on the ground, or you can use the stick to lower them onto the ground. Okay? I didn't do a very good job at that. And then you're going to use this end of the stick, and you're going to grab a hold of it, and you're going to always slip, like it said on the paper, you're going to slip in your weaker leg first, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to pull that all the way up till you can let go of the stick and reach it with your right hand. You're going to pull that all the way up so you can see your feet pop out. Okay. Then you're going to let your pants go back down. And you're going to use this again to go ahead and stretch it out, put that right foot in it. And then you're going to use this to bring it all the way up so you can reach it. Okay, and then you can go ahead and just drop or put that on your bed or drop it where, not on the floor because you don't want to trip over it, but then pull all the way till you can see your feet, okay? And then you can use your right arm to pull it all the way up to your thighs as far as you can sitting down. Is your dresser on your left or your right side?
My right side.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do, I don't have a dresser up here obviously, but to simulate it, I'm going to have you kind of just scoot your booty forward, and then I'm going to have you kind of stand up, use that dresser to help you, or the nightstand to help you stand up. And you're gonna stand up, and you're gonna kind of lean your body on that and just kind of pull your pants up as fast as you can, and then you can sit back down, okay? And then I know you also talked about shoes, that you weren't having too much trouble with them other than tying them. And so I'm also going, sorry, I gotta take these off. I can't, I feel unprofessional with these pants on. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to recommend you these shoelaces. So there's actually two options here. You can either do Velcro shoes, or you can just add in these laces that are actually magnetic laces.
Oh.
And so they look very similar to normal, but they have like a little piece in the middle that all you have to do is just kind of connect them, and they'll be magnetic to each other, okay? Since I just showed you how to do that, I actually want you to just go ahead and demonstrate that back to me so I know that you can do it. I'll actually go ahead and show you the shoehorn real quick, since you have to get your shoes off before you put your pants on, but you said you didn't really have like much issue with your shoes, but this is going to be on one end of your stick that I'm going to try and provide you with. And so I'll just go ahead and demonstrate this for you and have you demonstrate it back to me. So all you do is you just put it there at the end of your shoe, and you just slide your foot out. You press this down, and your foot slides out of it, okay? So if you want to go ahead and try and do that, you can use that on both of your shoes. Nice.
That's making it a lot easier. My lace is a little tight on that one.
Oh, see, you're already learning how to use it. Good job. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the pants. So I'm going to go ahead and let you figure out how to get those down there, and I'll just see if you can kind of do what I already showed you. I'm going to come over here and just be next to you while you do this.
So I'd start with the left side first, right?
Yep, always start with that weak side. Might take some getting used to.
Yeah.
And just get it up high enough until you can grab it with that right hand. Nice. There's the toes.
Dogs are out. Well, dadgummit.
There you go. These are much bigger pants. So I don't think you would need this big of pants, but oversized is good to get on and off. Can you imagine doing this with some skinny jeans?
Oh, no. My grandson's in his skinny jeans.
Okay, perfect. Great job.
Okay.
Just as high as you can get them. And then you do have this table right here. I'm going to you can go ahead and stand up and lean into that. Just pull them all the way up.
My wife's going to wonder what therapy we're having, getting undressed, dancing.
Yeah, she'll be asking questions.
She's going to be asking questions.
Great job. Okay. How did that feel?
Good.
Okay.
Wasn't too bad.
All right, great. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and practice taking those off. So I'm going to go ahead and have you, well, actually, since you already have your pants on, you got to do those first. So I'll have you stay right there. Okay, so now I'm going to show you this little technique that I think will be really beneficial for you whenever you're wanting to put on your socks and your shoes, because I know you said that sock aid was kind of difficult for you to maneuver, which I totally get. And so instead I'm going to provide you with this non-slip pad. It's right here. So it looks something like this. And what it is, these are really cheap. You can get them anywhere. This one is particularly off of Amazon, and it's $11.47 for a big roll of it. But you can get that almost anywhere. You can use like little shelf liners, you know. So it's just something that's going to keep your leg from slipping. So what I'm going to have you do is, can I actually see you? I want to see if you can do this. Can you bring your left leg, use your right arm, and bring your left leg all the way up? Can I see how you do that? Wonderful. Okay, can you reach your feet? Okay, but they're kind of slipping down. You see how it's kind of sliding down? Okay, you can relax. So that's what we're going to actually use the little liners for. So whenever you pull, you're going to pull your leg up while you're getting ready in the morning, and that liner is going to go right here between your thigh and your ankle, okay?
Okay.
So that way it doesn't slide off. It stays right there, so that way you can maneuver your socks. I can go ahead and show you. I'm not going to have you do it since we don't have the non-stick or non-sliding mat just yet. So what I'm going to have you do at home is you're going to bring that left leg up, and you'll do the same for your right. I'm not going to take my shoes off, but just to show you. It's right here, okay? And you can use that right arm to just kind of like slide it on and then pull it up, and then you can put that leg down, and then you can do the exact same thing with the right.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get those pants back off. So I'm going to come back around you, help you, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing we did, just kind of stand up and lean into that little nightstand and go ahead and try to start sliding them off.
Don't be peeking.
Okay, you can go ahead and sit back down. There you go. And then you can just use that right arm to just kind of slide it off, and then you can use the dressing stick to push them all the way off your legs.
Just going to have to get used to it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like that better than your other stick, your regular stick that you got?
I do. It's handy.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and just practice with the shoehorn one more time. Maybe getting your shoes back on, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll get those ready for you. Okay.
Same thing, just slip
Same
it
thing.
in.
Just put it in the back, kind of stretch it out. Give yourself some room.
Ooh,
How do you like that?
I like it a lot.
Kind of just slides in there like a little slide, doesn't it?
It does. Makes it easy. Ew.
Nice. Great job. That was good. Okay. And so, you weren't having any trouble getting your shirt on and off, correct?
No, not getting it on and off, but the buttons are a little hassle.
Right. So I'm just going to kind of show you. Just going to put this on me real quick. So I am going... You like it?
Looks good.
All right. So I'm just going to show you. I guess I could have showed you before or after, but I'm going to show you right now while I'm wearing it because for effect.
Okay.
I'm going to show you these cool little magnetic buttons that I found on Amazon. You can obviously buy them other places as well, but you get a 30 piece for $10, which I think is pretty sweet. And they're super easy to apply to your nice flannels that you have. And so all you'll have to do is once you get that shirt on in the mornings, you just have to boom, boom, done.
Me and Buster are gonna have so much more time in the morning now.
Yeah, exactly. No trouble trying to getting those tiny little buttons fastened, just magnetic.
Boom.
Boom. All right. Okay. So, do you have any questions about kind of those techniques I just showed you? Okay.
No question.
Well, I'll just go ahead and go back over these few specific adaptive devices and technology and stuff like that, assistive technology, okay? So just so you can visualize. So these are those magnetic buttons that I was telling you about. And so they just kind of fasten onto your shirt and bada bing, bada boom, you know?
Boom, boom, boom.
And then this is just the non-stick or non-sliding mat or material that I was talking about that it's going to help you keep your leg up on your other leg to put your shoes and socks on. And these are some of the cool shoelaces that I was kind of telling you about that just are magnetic. And but if you don't like that idea, we can also look into Velcro shoes.
I like these.
Okay, that works. That we can go with that. And then these are all. Well, this one's not. These are both from Amazon, along with this one. This is actually from a place called Active Hands.
Okay.
So this you'd have to order specifically from this website, but I'm sure we could also find something similar to it in other places. And then this is that dressing stick aid and shoehorn, that 2-in-1 thing that I was telling you about. So as you can see, that end is the shoehorn and this end is the dressing stick. So, and you'll just play with that and get comfortable with it and kind of learn the techniques that work best for you. I am, however, going to provide you with a few handouts that kind of just take you step by step on how to do it if you do have questions at home. Or you can always feel free to call me, and I would be happy to kind of run you through that again. And so it also shows steps for using that shoehorn, even though you were already a pro at it. But I'm going to provide you with that. And then, so these are, they even have pictures, and then just the step by step.
That kind of looks like me.
Yep. And then, and then this is helping you, with your pants. Oh, where's the other one? And this one is going to show you how to do that little sock and shoe technique that I showed you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I just feel like pictures always kind of help me, you know? And so that way you can see someone else do it for the first few times you're trying. And then I'm going to send you home with these dressing tips. They're pretty simple, but I just want you to have it at your, have it available in case you need it. And so I'm going to leave you with that as well. Yeah, so any other questions at all regarding this?
I don't think so. That was it.
Okay, great. Now we have, I'm going to show you something that when you were talking about being able to feed your dog and not being able to work that can opener, so they actually make electric can openers that they don't have any sharp edge or anything like that that we would need to be concerned about. all that you have to do is you put the can opener onto the can, you press this button, and it rotates around for you. You don't have to do anything but press that button.
Well, how about that?
So I think with the use of this, then you'd be able to do
Feed my little Buster.
yeah, exactly. And so I felt like that would be really beneficial to just kind of show you. And is that something that you think you'd maybe be interested in?
Yeah, I might. My wife shops on Amazon too much. I might have her add this one to her cart today.
Yeah, and it's only $10, so can't beat that.
Mm-mm.
And then to address some of those leisure activities that you were saying you wanted to get back to, I, for one, love to play card games. And so I understand the desire to want to get back to that. And I have actually used one of these before. It is an automatic card shuffler. And so there's no need for, so your wife can probably shuffle, but if she weren't there and you wanted to play like some solitaire or some games just by yourself even, this will help shuffle those cards for you. All you got to do is set them in that little container and press a button and it so
Whoa.
super easy. And it's also pretty cheap. You also get this on Amazon.
Okay.
And then something else that I thought would go along with that pretty well is this like card holder. This is like a pack of 2, so for you and your wife could both use these. And it's just so that way you can store your cards within this little block, and that way you only have to use that one arm if you're unable to use your left.
Nice.
And so it'll display all those cards for you, and it'll just make it a lot more accessible to you. And then in reference to your fishing, I did do some research and I found this little fishing device off of Active Hands that is a little device that attaches to your arm. So it kind of hooks onto your arm. And so we would probably want that to be on your left. And it just would hook onto your left arm. So you can even just prop it up on your leg if you need to. I don't know, your function in your arm right now is not the greatest. And so I'm thinking that right now we're just going to be working on dropping the lure into the water, not so much casting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were wanting to eventually, work on some more range of motion in that arm and strength, that would even be like a good little tool to like get some exercise in and just kind of just see what you can do, like how much you can cast and stuff like that, how far out. So I felt like that would give you a little physical challenge if it were to come in the future. And so that, like I said, that hooks onto your left arm. All you would want to make sure is that these straps are not too tight on that arm. You do not want to see any red marks or anything like that up here, or that means it's way too tight, okay? And then to reel it in, all you would need is your right hand, like that left hand will be sitting there, and you just use your right hand to reel it in. And so that way you can still enjoy some fishing.
Nice.
So,
I like this stuff.
Yeah, I just thought it would give you, some little happiness, something to look forward to. And like I said, that fishing equipment will help you like physically, and even getting back to playing some cards that can help you with like your memory and just whatever else you're experiencing some problems with. I think it'll really help challenge you and like help you get back to that.
Okay.
So I know I just gave you a ton of information, a ton of new equipment and devices, technology to use. And so I just want you to kind of just go back home, reflect on it, see what you think is going to be a best fit for you for whatever devices, equipment, technology you do decide to purchase. If you have any questions about it, a lot of these have different videos online or even on Amazon with the products that kind of show you how to use it. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can always just call me, and I am more than happy to come and kind of just demonstrate how to use any of this different adaptive equipment, okay? I didn't want to leave you stranded on resources, so I did want to provide you with this resource. It's called Able Tech, and it is in Oklahoma, and they have something called a device loan program. So what's super cool about this is that you can actually sign up for it. It gives you all of the steps on how to sign up for it, and it allows you to use any of their equipment for up to 6 weeks for free. And then at that point, you either decide, oh, no, this isn't working out for me, I want to try something else, or you're going to be like, oh no, I absolutely love this, I need this, and then you can buy it from them. So, and they have their prices listed on there. So this is always an option just in case you're unsure about any of this equipment that I've showed you and you just want to try it out. And so, and yeah, and obviously you can compare the prices from this to Amazon or any other websites that you want to find, and just figure out what works best for you financially and physically. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Great. Okay. Did you have any other questions for me at all about our entire session today?
I think that was it.
Okay. Great. Well, I appreciate you letting me work with you and show you all of this cool stuff. Hopefully you like it and you'll be able to use most of it.
I think I will.
Okay, great. Well, you have a good day.
You too.